Hey my friends, welcome to Forever Yoga with Susanna. I'm Susanna. It's a snowy day in Toronto and I am excited to create for you a very nourishing class where we are going to focus on strengthening and stretching wrists and hips. So gather up what you need, perhaps a block, your mat, and I'll meet you back where we will start, like we always do, by getting grounded. Hi, welcome back. Let's get started today with our feet a few inches apart and take just a moment to get grounded. So awareness of the soles of your feet touching the floor. Perhaps rock a little forward and back, pressing down and feeling the soles of your feet on the mat. Awareness of the floor and the earth beneath you. And then finding stillness. Taking a few breaths, closing your eyes and just settling down. And now take a deeper breath in. Allow that breath to come from the earth up the soles of your feet, your legs, through your belly to your chest. Pause at the top of that breath, hold your breath, and on an exhale, let it go. Open your eyes. Let's get started. Find table position. Okay, all fours. So drop down to your mat, walk your hands in front of you, have your fingers be spread wide, and have your hands be forward of your shoulders. Begin to slide and glide. As you come forward, put pressure on your hands. Your upper body comes forward of your hands, and then as you go back, take your fingertips and lift them up and pull your hands back towards your face. So press forward and then pull back. Keeping your hands still grounded though, it's just the fingers come off the floor. So inhale and exhale. So we're working today to strengthen and stretch the wrists and the hands, and this will help all parts of our arms, elbows, right up to the shoulders. But if you've been experiencing some wrist pain, tiredness, or discomfort, you should find these practices really, really helpful. Okay. Now, take your butt all the way back to your heels if that's comfortable for you. You can relax on back, and if you'd rather keep your butt up, that's fine too. Go to extended child's with your fingers, tops of your fingers pressing down as if you were playing a concert piano, right? A big chord. So drop the upper body, press down on the tops of your hands, and now really energize, strengthening, feeling the strength of your muscles from the tops of your hands all the way back to your shoulders and really stretching all the way back to your hips. You're breathing here. Good, and then go ahead and relax. Relax in a child of your choice. I like to stack hands with the forehead resting on stacked hands. You could use a block. You could bring your forehead all the way to the mat, or you could even stay up a little higher. And also, I know some of us are not comfortable with the butt on the heels, so that's fine too. You could have your butt up. It's all good. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Just taking a moment. Okay, now from here, we're going to go hand over hand and do a side stretch. So it doesn't matter what direction, just hand over hand, until you find yourself stretching with your body in a side bend over to one direction. And take your mind and put it in your side bend all the way from your hip through the side shoulder to your hand and all the way back down again. Breathing. So what we're trying to cultivate when we do these practices is body awareness. So go ahead and put your mind in your body. So walk it over to the other direction, stay low, relax, feel that side C curve happening in your body and your breath. Good, stay low, hand over hand, come back to center, and then up to your table position. So I've been working on building upper body strength through yoga practice lately and doing it in ways that are not habitual. So new loads on my body. So I hope you'll join me and try some of this out. I would suggest taking your hands slightly wider than your habitual place right now. Curl your toes under, and then we'll hover by lifting the knees off the floor. Hover in a low dog for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your knees and stretch back. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, we'll come back up to table position and sit back on your heels now. All right, so this one is we're going to continue to work on stretching and strengthening the wrists and all of the muscles and ligaments that go up the arms. So sitting back comfortably, you could be on a block, you could be up on your knees and tall kneeling here too if you want. Okay, so extend both arms forward in a zombie position. Hold here, relax shoulders. So now turn your palms up like stop. I'm going to turn around so I can see you. So stop in the name of love, right? So you're pressing forward and you're pulling back, but you're actively pulling back, not passively. Passively is when you're helping yourself out to do the stretch. That's okay, but this is more work because you have to do it yourself. Pull back, lots and lots and lots of intensity while you're bringing your hands, the backs of your hands back towards your face. Good. And now we will reverse it. Drop your hands down and pull back here. So now the backs of your hands are looking towards me, but your palms are coming towards you. Pull, pull, pull. Keeping the arms parallel to the floor and breathe. Great. Inhale. Exhale, come back to zombie, and then you can let it go and shake it out. Shake, 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 shake. Okay, move your fingers, wiggle them, open and close your hands. Very good. Okay, and last little workout for our hands, fingers, wrists. Come to spider position with all the fingertips touching, and then spider push-ups, right? Press, press, press. Beautiful. Good. Okay, and release. Take a moment. Great job. Okay, back to your table. Spread your fingers wide. Curl your toes. Lift up into that bent knee downward dog. Pressing into your hands, lengthening your arm bones. If down dog is not your favorite position to do, stay in child's and just do an extended child's back, okay? Find either down dog or extended child's, but an active one. Good. And now come back to your table and up to tall kneeling. I'm going to try to do a bit of a flow now through a low lunge. So take your left foot forward, press down on your left foot, and the back of your right foot. Relax your shoulders. Take both arms up, inhale, and exhale. Open into a cactus position. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, inhale. Exhale, fold forward until you frame your front foot. You can definitely use 2 blocks here. If you've got 2 blocks, it's like really great to use blocks in this position, but totally not necessary. But if you like them, use them. Because once you get there, you can lift your back knee off the floor, and the blocks help you be a little bit more raised up. It's fine. Of course, if you're not using blocks, it's fine too. Hold and breathe in this lunge. Now, with your weight on the front foot, pop your back foot up an inch or 2. Here's how we transition. With your weight on your front foot, stand up, straighten it, and then let the back leg float behind you, bend the knee. Slowly plant the foot down, so now you've got 2 feet together. Soften your knees. Take a deep breath in and then slide your hands up your shins, finding flat back. Bend the knees to fold down. We will rise all the way to standing now. Inhale. Arms out to the sides as you lift up. Big breath in. And exhale, release your arms beside you. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, soften your knees as you fold forward and down. Step back into a plank pose. Step it back. Okay, you're either at the top of the push-up plank or knee down plank, whichever you choose. And then from table position, lift your right leg up behind you and flex your right foot and hang out here. So we're going to start our hip work now. So say hello to your right hip. Hi, right hip. Also tune in to flexing that back right foot and saying good morning or evening, whatever time it is for you, to your hamstring because you're working it right now. Great job. Breathing in and out through your nose. Good. And then we're going to do some slow movements with that right leg without rounding and without listing to the opposite direction. So keep yourself really still. And now the right knee will come in. Don't round. Take it back up again. Now, fire hydrant move out to the right without listing to the left. And then knee comes in, still hovering. So do that in the other direction. So out to the side, up, flex your foot, and in. We'll do that again. Up, out, and in. Isn't this fun? Here you go. All right. And pause. Straighten that leg behind you. Great job. Inhale, exhale, and lower. Lower the knee. We're going to move into a little bit of a flow here. So come up to tall, kneeling. Same leg, right leg forward. Bring both arms up. Hand on your hip. That's the right hand on the hip. Left arm right in front of you. Twist. So find a twist. Okay, I'm going to give you options. So you might just hold it like this, or you might curl your back toes, come up into a high lunge twist, or you might prayer balance your twist. Okay? So you're twisting either low lunge or not, doesn't matter. Hold and breathe, and come forward. Come down to give yourself some stability to switch sides. Good. And then back to table position. Lift your left leg up. I'm going to turn around, but you'll just be using the other leg. From here, your legs lifting up. You're flexing your back foot. You're saying good morning or good afternoon to your left hamstring. Pausing here. Remember, when we do these hip circles, try not to lean to the opposite direction and stay really still with your spine. No rounding. Building strength and stability and mobility in the hip joint. Here we go. Bring the knee in, out to the side, up, in, up, out to the side, and down. Without placing it back to the mat, see if you can get that motion down. It's like a circle. Back, side like a fire hydrant, in, keeping everything stable except for moving that hip and that leg. Good. Now let's pause back where we started. Straighten the leg. Hold and breathe. Good. And lower. Good. Come up to tall kneeling. Step that foot forward. Both arms reach up. And twist. Turn to your left. So you've got your options here, people. Any twist will do. If you feel like taking into a little bit more of a balanced deal, you can come up into the higher lunge. Whatever. There's many ways to do a lunge twist. Just find one. Breathe in and out. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Look forward. Bring your hands to frame your front foot. Lift the back knee off the floor. Plant your hands firm. Step back into plank pose. You're in your plank. Roll your feet forward and back. Roll over your toes. Come forward and back. If this is not appropriate, you're on your knees. No problem. hips back and forth, okay? So either up in your plank or on your knees. But remember, we are working to strengthen our wrists today. Excellent. Come back and find your way onto your butt. We're going to go ahead and go onto our backs now. So if you happen to have something in the way, get it out of the way so that you can comfortably come on down. Here we go. Once you're down, take your feet wider than your hips and windshield wiper your knees side to side. Your arms can be out to the sides, kind of grounding you if you like. One knee up, other knee follows. Here's where your hips are getting the stretch and the opening that they really need without overdoing the stretch in the low back or the knee. It's very nourishing for your knees and your hips to do this. And your lower back, right? It's a twist. Good. And then here we go. Back to center. Walk your feet in, bring your arms beside you. Take a moment and just root down. Connect back into the feeling of the earth energy. So cut that. Okay, here we are. Press down in your feet, down with your arms, and now lift your hips off the floor. And I'm going to suggest that you grab a block if you happen to have one. If you don't, you're going to imagine a block between your inner thighs. So you're going to squeeze the block, and this will give extra workout for your glutes and your hips, and of course your inner thighs. So root down, squeeze, 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 and now lift the hips up off the floor and keep squeezing. So while you're pressing your feet down, lift your toes up and see if you can lift your hips and your belly up a little higher. And the option to bring your arms underneath you is always there. Press down, squeeze your inner thighs, either the real block or the imaginary block. Press down and press up at the same time. Great. Inhale, exhale, start to come down. Find your spine back to the earth and let go of any props. Bring your knees into your chest and make some circles. So have your hands be on top of your knees and circle around. Go the other direction. Good. And finally, since I have two blocks, I'm going to do Supta Baddha Konasana. You yoga people know what that is, with the blocks. So it'll be a supportive place for my hips and my knees. So placing blocks right underneath my legs, hands on belly, close eyes. So you can choose to put something underneath your knees, like pillows, or nothing at all. You can also do the alternative, which is knees touch feet wide. That's your restorative rest pose. So find a position for stillness. Close your eyes and breathe into your belly. Nothing to do and nowhere to go. And now, in the next few moments, transition very slowly. If your knees are in or out, just carefully bring them together and lift the feet up off the floor again. Draw the knees in, rock low back. And we will transition from this position of being on our backs to a seated position. So you could roll over to one side and push yourself up. I'm a big fan of rocking up, so that's how I'll get there. So lifting your head if you're going to do that, and to protect your neck, rock up. So any way you can transition there. Bring over your chest, your heart center, and the other hand over. And cultivate an inner smile. And when you are ready, open your eyes. If you enjoyed today's video, I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And of course, like this video, and please leave me a comment. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, what confused you, and what you would like to see me offer in future videos. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.